I told y'all, I mean, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Gotta do this. So, today, it's gonna look a little nasty, but nah. But today, no shoe unboxing. Today, I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I got some crazy stories, and I might as well get them on camera. So the story is gonna be about, this is New Year's Day. What year was this? 2015? I think it might have been 2015. New Year's Eve 2015. Going into 2016, which was a very good year. So I thought, it was a very good year. It's a crazy way to start it though. So this how it all went down. And this is a true story. I'm gonna show you the article. This is a true story. All right, so I'm at my mom's house. It's me, my mom, shout out to my mom, and my little sister Amara. Very young at this point. Very young. We're getting ready to go over to my mom's friend's house. Shout out to Miss Val. We're getting ready to go over to her mother's house for a New Year's Eve party. At the time I'm messing with this girl who is a family friend, and she's gonna be over there. So I'm very excited. We get all dressed up. We moving kind of slow though. We taking some doing our pre-gaming thing. You know what I'm saying? But my mom wanted to go get a bottle. From the liquor store before we got to New Year's. Real quick, just so we can grab it real quick, go to the New Year's party. Don't come empty-handed. So at this point, I'm still pretty young. I'm fresh. I just really got my license. So I'm like, look, let me drive. She's like, okay. So I'm in the driver's seat, mom in the passenger seat, little sister in the back right. So we driving down the street, and down at the end of the intersection of the main road close to my house is a CVS at the corner of the light. It's a two-way intersection, and we parked here. The CVS is right here to the left. I'm in the driver's seat, and our light is red. And I can see down the street, there's a car zooming. Zooming. I can see he going way past, you can tell a car going past the speed limit. He going way past the speed limit. You can see him from way down the street. So our light turns green. And I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna go because this dude probably gonna end up running this red light. And my mom, she must have had the same feeling because she put her hand on me. She said, hey, just wait, let him go past. So I'm like, okay. Instead of going past and running the red light, this fool turns right and slams right into our car, right into the driver's seat, right where I'm at. Boom! I'm like, boom. Glass is breaking, doors messed up, side mirror gone, and I'm just in complete shock. I'm looking around, my mom's in shock, my little sister, she's in shock. The only person not in shock is the goddamn driver. This dude was so fast, it's like he was drunk, he was super drunk. Instead of saying anything, he put his car in reverse and just sped off. Now my mom is a very educated woman, very respectful woman, but she don't play that. So she was like, I look at her, she like, go get him. I'm like, what? She like, follow that motherfucker. I'm gonna bleep that part out. She like, follow that motherfucker. So me, I'm gonna go. Put the thing in reverse. I put the car in reverse. I'm going like 100 miles an hour in reverse, backwards down the street trying to follow the car. Luckily, this man, he ended up living at the bottom of the same street, so I wasn't going in reverse for a super long time, but I was going in reverse for a minute, but it felt like a minute. It was crazy. So we pull up he stopped, he pulled into his driveway. We stop in front of his house. We can see him stumbling out of the car. He looked like he's so drunk, like he can barely even stand. My mom's like, hey dude, you hit our car. This man is so drunk. He like, what? Nah. She like, yeah, dude, you hit our car. He like, nah, y'all motherfuckers hit me. He like, y'all motherfuckers hit me. My mom like, oh yeah? Well, how about this? We calling the police. He like, what? You calling the police? Okay. So he started walking up on the car, and my mom is literally calling the police. At this point, while she going back and forth with the dude who hit our car, I didn't put the car in park. I done stepped out of the car so I can look at the damages to the side window, to the door. So as all this is happening, this dude is walking up to the car. My mom like, hey, yo, Rocky, Rocky, get in the car. I'm like, what? She's like, he's coming. So he's running over to the, he's not even running because he's drunk. He's fast pacing to the car, and I can see he's lifting up his shirt. And this dude has a gun in his, he has a gun in his waistline. At this point, when I finally see, cause I wear glasses, as you can see. It took me a long time to even see that in the dark. I think that all I could see was his gun on his waistline at the window with my little sister in the back seat. So at this point, I'm like, oh. So I stump on the gas, trying to get up through. My dumb butt. I got the car in neutral. So the car is going 80 miles per hour in neutral. I'm like, oh, speed off, take off. We go to the next street, we call the police. They like, okay. And I'm not glorifying, snitching or anything like that. But this is my family, and this is, our life was on the line. We had to do what we had to do. Whatever. So my mom called the police. And they like, okay, what's your location? If you can, just direct us to the area where it happened. So the police pull up, two big police trucks. We drive them to the next street. This is so close to our house. This is so dangerous. So we drive them to the next street, and we direct them to the house. We stay at the corner, and the two police trucks pull up to the front of the house. Two police get out of each truck. So it's 4 police officers, and they got their guns drawn. I don't know why they got their guns drawn. This is what police do. They got their guns drawn. So we watching them from the corner of the street. Guns drawn. All we can see is the police officers slowly approach this dude's backyard until the last police officer goes through the backyard. We can't see nothing else. Maybe it's like 30 seconds of silence. The next thing you know, bah, 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 bah. This dude starts firing at the police officers. We see the police officers flailing out of the back of the yard. And then they, at that point, I'm like, whoa, we got to get out of here. So we just dipped and we just drove back home. And I didn't even figure out the rest of the details until I saw this article when it ended up happening. Some crazy mess. They end up, obviously detaining the guy who shot at them. This dude ended up getting arrested, but they end up going through his house and finding all type of stuff. And it just got really bad, It got really bad. But that was my New Year's. And I think after that, we sat in the house and we ended up drinking some champagne and we just toasted to a crazy start of the year. Who would have thought it would go like that? But God bless that we made it out of that and got the story to tell. For some reason, I found myself in a lot of them situations. Thank God I just got the story to tell. A lot of crazy things that happen, but it's only funny when you make it out. You stay safe and try to make the right decisions. But when you have stories, the crazy things that's happening, that's a sign from God that my time ain't over yet. I share these stories to add value to people's lives, to smile to people's face. But it's a true testament that my story is not over yet. My time is not done yet. I got more to give to the world, and I got more stories to give too. But this is the first one. This is how my New Year's, one of the craziest New Year's I ever had. Not the best New Year's, because the next year after that, I threw a motherfucking banger to count up for this. But this is one of the craziest New Year's I've ever had up to this date, and that's the story.